You know, for Muslims, Friday prayer is meant to be the spiritual high point of the entire week. It's supposed to be this amazing reset, a moment of real connection. But let's be honest for a second. How many times have you walked out of the mosque feeling, well, just a little bit underwhelmed?
Does this sound familiar? It's that thought that creeps in while you're tying your shoes, that quiet feeling that the sermon, the khutbah, it just didn't land. Maybe it wasn't relevant to your life, or it wasn't motivational, or you felt like it just didn't get to the heart of the real issues we're all dealing with.
And look, if you felt this way, it doesn't mean you have weak faith or anything like that. It's a totally honest and actually a super common experience. But what if we've only been looking at half of the equation? Today, we're going to flip the script on this whole thing.
We're usually pretty quick to critique the sermon, aren't we? We break it down, we analyze the speaker's delivery, the topic choice, the whole shebang. But there's this huge piece of the puzzle that we almost never talk about. There's a question we almost never ask ourselves.
But first, let's just get a little perspective here. Giving a good sermon it's incredibly difficult. Seriously, the speaker, the khatib, is often a volunteer. They're standing up in front of a huge, diverse crowd. We're talking multiple generations, different languages, all sorts of backgrounds. To expect one person to be a master public speaker, a deep scholar, and be totally relatable all at once, whew, that's a huge, huge ask.
And that brings us to the real question, the one we don't ask. While we're so busy judging the delivery of the message, when do we ever stop and ask ourselves, okay, but how prepared was I to actually receive it? Was my heart even open to hearing something meaningful today? I'm telling you, just asking that one question can change everything.
See, this all comes down to a fundamental mindset shift. We have to realize that the Friday sermon isn't a performance. It's not a TED Talk that we're supposed to rate out of 5 stars. It is, first and foremost, an act of worship.
Just look at the difference here. When you have a spectator mindset, you're passive. You're sitting back like a critic at a movie, just waiting to judge the performance. But a worshiper? A worshiper is an active participant. For them, it's not a show. It's a sacred gathering. Their focus isn't on grading the speaker. It's on preparing their own heart to receive.
And this isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. From an Islamic legal perspective, attentively listening to the sermon isn't just good manners, it's actually a required condition for the prayer to be valid. It's part of the worship itself. Let that sink in for a second. The simple act of listening with your full attention is an act of worship.
Okay, so if our listening is an act of worship, how do we get ready for it? Well, the great thing is, we don't have to guess. The prophetic tradition actually gives us a really clear spiritual prep list, a practical toolkit to get our hearts and our minds in the right zone.
So, here are the big ones from the Sunnah. It starts with performing ghusl, a full ritual bath, to purify the body. Then putting on your best, cleanest clothes to show respect for the day. A really big one is arriving early so you can find some peace and quiet instead of rushing in at the last second. Then there's reciting a specific chapter from the Quran, Surah Al-Kahf, which is just packed with lessons. And finally, just filling your day with remembrance of God, with dhikr and dua. Every single step builds on the one before.
And you see, these aren't just random rituals. They have a very clear goal: to pull you out of the chaos of your normal weekday mindset and shift you into a state of spiritual awareness. Each one of these actions is designed to quiet your mind and open up your heart, making it ready to actually receive and benefit from the reminder.
So, what this all comes down to, really, is a single, powerful idea. The success of the Friday sermon doesn't just rest on the speaker's shoulders. Not at all. It's a shared responsibility. It's a partnership. Think of it like a two-way street, a kind of covenant. The speaker has a job to prepare sincerely and deliver with the best intention. And we, the congregation, have a job too, to prepare our hearts and receive with humility. If either side drops the ball, the whole spiritual connection suffers. The whole experience just isn't what it could be.
And this quote right here, this really gets to the heart of it all. A heart prepared for worship will take benefit even from a simple reminder, while a heart distracted will find fault even in a powerful khutbah. Wow. I mean, it's so true, right? The state of our own heart, the receiver, is every bit as crucial as the message being sent. So I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. We all say we want better, more inspiring Friday sermons. Of course we do. But what if the single biggest improvement we could make has nothing to do with the person on the pulpit? What if the absolute best sermon you hear next week starts with you on Friday morning as you begin to prepare your own heart to truly listen?